back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. For today's video, I have my expense tracking for the first week in February. I'm going to sit down and write out everything that I spent this week. We are here in my expense tracker. This is a worksheet that is available on my Etsy shop as a printable download. You can go there, purchase the printable, download it to your computer, and then print it out as many times as you want at home. I have it available individually as a worksheet. I also have it available in a budget bundle, so check that out if you're interested. I'm going to be using it today, as I mentioned, to track all of my spending for the week. We are also going to go into my sinking fund. Where is it? Here it is, my little sinking fund transaction log, because we had some transactions from our sinking funds as well. These worksheets are also available in my Etsy shop. I will have that linked below, as well as a coupon code where you can take 15% off your order as one of my YouTube friends here. So definitely take advantage of that. But for now, let's just get started with everything that I spent. We're going to write it all out here, and then we're gonna go to my calendar and track some no spends. I did have some no spends this week, which I'm excited about, which means I get to use some super cute stickers that I'm excited to share with you guys. So if all of that sounds like something you're interested in, you're in the right place. Just keep on watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, so we are expense tracking for the week of February 1st through the 7th. So all of our variable expenses are going to get written down here, all of the bills we paid. I like to use this expense tracker not as like a check register where I'm keeping track of my balances, though there is a place here on this worksheet for you to do that if that's the way you want to run your budget. But I like to just write everything out and break it down by category to help me when I fill in my monthly budget overview and you know, what I spent for the week here in my hybrid budget worksheet. Okay, so let's get started with February 1st. We had a ton of transactions on the 1st. Obviously, with it being the 1st, we had our first of the month bills that were due. It was also payday, so payday tends to be the day we spend the most money. So let's just get started with, first and foremost, we had our lot rent. If you are not familiar with our living situation, my husband and I own our home. It's a mobile home. We paid our mortgage off back in spring of 2022. Don't mind my nails, by the way. I desperately need to polish them. I just did not have time this morning before I sat down to film this. So we own our home free and clear, but it's in a mobile home community. We don't own the lot, so we pay to rent the lot, but we own the home. And so the category for this is bills. And that amount just went up at the start of the year. And it is, gotta look at my little cheat sheet here. $533 was the amount that we paid for that. Also for like our first of the month bills, we paid our water bill. And for that, it was $35.75. And we paid our cable. All of these bills are combined into one payment that we make to our mobile home community. But I like to split them out in my budget because this water bill is variable. Our lot rent and our cable bills are the same every month, but the water bill is variable. And I like to kind of keep track of, you know, how it ebbs and flows. So our cable, we paid $69 for that. So that was kind of the bills that were due on the first of the month. I also went ahead and paid some other bills that were kind of due for this week. on the 1st, and that was Boost Mobile, which is our mobile phone. We have 4 lines of unlimited talk text data for $120 a month, which I think is very reasonable. It's one of these pay-as-you-go, no contract places, and I absolutely love them. We have had Boost Mobile for probably 15 years, 20 years now, it seems like, so they're really great. Other than Boost, we also went ahead and paid our HBO Max, which is through our cable company, and it was $15 with 84 cents. HBO Max is one of my favorite streaming services. Leave me a comment down below and tell me what your favorite streaming service is. Alright, and that was it, I think, for the bills. I'm lying. One more. We went ahead also and made our camper payment. And so that was a total of $200. So we wiped out a whole bunch of our bills all in one fell swoop. So they're all taken care of. I don't have to worry about them until next month. Then the spending happened on this day as well. So we pulled out cash for our spending category. I've decided to do cash for myself, my husband, and our youngest son, who gets an allowance. Rather than kind of tracking what I'm spending and giving cash to the guys, I think it's overall easier if I just give cash to all 3 of us, and then we can kind of spend it as we see fit. I pull it right out of my budget, so even though this money's not technically spent, it's spent from our budget, right? So that was $100. It's $40 for myself, $40 for my husband, and $20 for Austin. Then we went to Walmart. You guys, we were preparing for what was supposed to be a huge snowstorm. We were supposed to get something like 16, 13 inches of snow, somewhere in there. And so we went and we stocked up on a ton of food and supplies that we needed. Because I didn't know if we were going to be snowed in. I didn't know if the shelves were going to be bare from everyone like panic buying things. So we went and did a huge, and I mean huge, grocery haul. We spent half of our monthly grocery budget in one fell swoop this week. So first we went to Walmart. And we got some grocery items, as I mentioned, and some household items. So I separated this transaction into 2 line items. For household, we got some salt for the sidewalks. We got some Ziploc bags and a few other like odds and ends that we needed. And that was $30 with 78 cents. And then for groceries, also at Walmart, we spent a total of $225.85. And then there were some things that we weren't able to get at Walmart that I needed for my meal plan. So we also ran to Meijer. For Meijer, it was $56.66. So it was a whole lot of grocery shopping all in one go. Luckily, with the way that I budget now, with my hybrid budget, I give myself a monthly budget and sort of a weekly budget. The weekly budget just kind of helps me to stay on track in order to spend less than my monthly budget. So I only budgeted $187 for groceries for this first week, knowing though that if I go over, it's not the end of the world as long as I stay under my monthly total. My monthly grocery budget is $750. So obviously we spent a big chunk of that this first week, and that just means that for subsequent weeks we will have to spend less. But the fact that I have that monthly budget and I can stay on track with that, hopefully, is really, really good. I feel like when I was budgeting by paycheck, if this had happened, I would have gone way over my weekly budget, my paycheck budget amount, and then just sort of shrugged my shoulders and said, it happens, it was a snowstorm, what could I do? And then the next week I would just budget that same amount that I always budget, and then we'd spend way more overall. Does that make sense? So I feel like even though I spent a ton of money on groceries this week, we have a ton of stuff. It's obviously going to last longer than just a week, and we should still be totally fine to stick to our overall monthly budget. You guys will hear me talk about that some more when I do my weekly budget check-in, which will happen later this week. But, you know, even though we spent a ton of money on groceries, I think we're still going to be fine for the month. Okay, so that was everything on the 1st. That was a whole lot of spending that happened all at once. On the 2nd, we had just one transaction. My husband ran through the Tim Hortons drive-thru. What had happened was I forgot to give him his cash. I pulled it out of the bank, I set it aside for him, and then I forgot to give it to him. So when he went to work that day, he did not have his cash. So he made a couple of purchases here on the card because he didn't have his cash. And rather than make him pay back our account with his cash, I just counted them amongst our budget. You know, it's a few extra dollars, it's fine. So the Tim Hortons, I counted as an eat out expense. That's typically something he would do with his cash, but like I said, he didn't have his cash, so I just took it out of our regular family budget. He got a few extra dollars this way, not a big deal. So that was $2.45. And then he had one other transaction that day, again, because he didn't have his cash. He went to Circle K. I don't have any idea what he spent this on, but I'm going to pull it out of our miscellaneous budget, and that's $4.97. So that takes care of that. Then on the 23rd, we got Taco Bell for dinner. I just did not feel like cooking this day, and so that's eat out. And that amount that we spent was $17.28. Also on the 3rd, we went to Lowe's to get more salt. Like I said, this was kind of after the storm had come in. We didn't end up getting nearly as much snow as they sort of forecasted. I think the total we ended up with was like 6 or 8 inches, which is still a lot, but not the 12 to 15 or whatever that they were forecasting. So either way, we ran out of salt. We needed to get some more, so that came out of our household budget. When I wrote my household budget for the month, I did not even think about salt for our sidewalks. So we might be over budget with household this month. We'll have to see. But that was $29.82 for a great big bag of salt that he needed. And it was like the stuff that's good for like super low temperatures, because we got all that snow and then the temperature dropped to like 2 degrees. So everything was a bit of a mess. Okay, so that was it until the 6th then. So we are going to be able to put in some no spends, which is exciting. On the 6th, my husband went to pick up a few more groceries that we ordered, and while he was out, he filled up our gas tank, and that was $40. And then the order that he went to pick up. So again, it was Walmart. We picked up a few more household items. We needed laundry detergent and toilet paper and that sort of thing. So category there is household. The amount we spent was $39.01. And then we also picked up a few groceries, not a lot, just like fresh produce and some more snacks. We always tend to go through snacks super quick. Oops, I put this in the wrong spot. And then I just erased the wrong thing, you guys. I'm so distracted today. My apologies. So this is household. This is what I meant to erase. And sorry, I know I'm shaking the camera. Alright, so this was Walmart. category was grocery. And the amount that I spent there was $74.46. Okay, so I believe that's everything. It's a lot. We spent a lot of money this week, for sure. Quite a few transactions. Now we're going to go ahead and color code everything and add everything up. We'll stick in our no spends, and then we'll update my sinking fund transaction log. Okay, so I went ahead and pulled out all of my mild liners to do my color coding. And you can see here that I have put labels on all of these to make it super easy for me to tell which ones are which. So I'm just going to start out then with the color that I use for bills. And we're just going to go down the list, highlight all the bills, and then add up the total. So we've got lot rent, and I'm going to pull in my calculator as well for $533 plus, let's do it this way. Hopefully you guys can still see everything. Water, wow, that was super crooked. Plus $35.75 plus cable for $69 plus boost for $120 plus HBO Max, which was $15.84, and our camper for $200. And that was everything for bills, so holy schmoly, that's quite a bit. $973.59 in bills. Okay, next for spending, I'm just going to use this marker that I had marked for my spending, but we know that we're doing all the spending in cash now, so just going to mark that we did pull out that $100 for spending. Alright, next up is household, which I use this orange one for. Wait, a couple of transactions here, so $30.78 plus $29.82 plus $39.01. $99.61. So last month I budgeted $100 for household. That was in January. We spent that much in this first week. This month I did up our household budget to $150, but I wasn't accounting for salt when I did our household budget, and I suppose I could pull the money for the salt out of one of our sinking funds. We do have like a home project sinking fund, but I decided just to take it from the household, and if we go a little bit over, it'll be fine. We'll kind of see how the rest of the month plays out. Alright, next is grocery, and for grocery I use, oh, I didn't pull out my grocery one. Where is it? There it is. Alright. I use this mild liner in gold for grocery. So on the first, we spent $225.85 plus $56.66 plus $74.46. So, yikes. Yeah, we've spent over half of our grocery budget in this first week. But, as I mentioned, we got a ton of stuff. We stocked up for the impending storm, and just with the way the grocery trips fell, we purchased this set of groceries for the first week and this set of groceries for the second week. So technically, we only have 2 more weeks of groceries to buy. So that's not too bad. You know, if you figure that we've bought groceries for half the month and we're halfway through the budget, not too shabby. All right, next we're gonna do eating out, which is, what color? Yellow. Those labels are super helpful. Okay, so for Tim Hortons, we spent $2.45 plus $17.28 plus, oh, that was it. So $19.73 for eating out, which I feel like is way less than usual. We did have some other eating out expenses this week, but nothing that came out of our budget. I used my spending money for those things, and the spending money here is already accounted for, so that helped us to keep our eating out low. Plus we did a lot of staying home because of all that snow, and a lot of cooking since we bought so many groceries. So $19.73 for eating out. And then we have miscellaneous, which we had just one transaction. Which makes the math part super easy. Miscellaneous was $4.97. And lastly, we had gas. For $40. So yeah, we spent a ton of money this week, for sure. Let's just go ahead and get a total, just because I like to see. It doesn't really matter, the total, at least not for the expense tracking, but I just like to kind of get a feel for how much we spent. So $973.59 plus 100 plus 99.61 plus 356.61 plus 1973 plus 497 plus 40. Yikes, we spent $1,594 with 51 cents this week. That was a whole heck of a lot of spending. Alright, you guys, this video is getting lengthy, but I want to go ahead and put in my no spend stickers. So I flipped to my monthly calendar here, and I pulled my expense tracker so that I can use it as a reference. I have to show you guys these new stickers that my sweet friend Marlene sent me. So we all know Marlene, right? Snow Gardener 307. She has an amazing budget channel. She does really beautiful budget printables in her Etsy shop. She recently joined forces with her, I believe it's her sister-in-law, and together they created 307 Design Studio. They sell beautiful stickers there, and I was lucky enough to be sent some, and I'm so excited to share them with you because they are adorable and they're going to match my February spread perfectly. So look at this beautiful little package that I was sent. It's got the super cute 307 Design Studio logo here, which I love. I'm going to link the Etsy shop down below, as well as Marlene's channel and all that information. I'm trying really hard not to rip this sticker because it's so beautiful. Oh, well, that was a fail. Sorry, Marlene. But we're going to go ahead and get these open, you guys. I am so excited to have my very own Georgette stickers. If you guys are not familiar with Snow Gardener 307, she's got this adorable little piggy bank that's an actual piggy. And it's sort of a mascot for her channel. She calls her Georgette. She's got these super cute eyelashes, and come on out of there, Georgette. And I'm so excited to have some Georgette stickers. So her sister-in-law draws all of these by hand. They are so beautiful. So there's this Georgette in the rain. We've got Georgette and Fred Jr. Fred Jr. is the little plant here. So cute. I just absolutely love these little die cut stickers. They're cut so beautifully. I don't know where I'm going to stick these, but I'm definitely going to find a place because, hello, Georgette is fabulous. So I got 5 little Georgette stickers, so cute, and then this adorable set of no spend stickers with the conversation hearts. How adorable are these? Again, they are really cut like perfectly. This paper feels like butter. I don't know if these are removable or repositionable or not. We'll find out, but let's get started with the no spends. So obviously I spent a bajillion dollars on the first, so we cannot mark a no spend there, but let's see, I spent money on the second and the third, but the fourth, the fifth, and the seventh, we had no spends. So let's just get those marked. No spend. These bills I wrote in on the 4th because that's when they were due, but I paid them on the 1st. And even if I've decided not to count bills when I do my no spends, because, you know, you have to pay bills. But the variable spending is really what I'm concerned with for the no spends. So the 4th, is that right? Apparently. Okay, so the 4th and the 5th. Oh yeah, because we had spending, but it was from our sinking fund, so that doesn't count. And the 7th. So these no spend stickers match this spread perfectly. They're so cute. They're a great size. They're not too big. They're not too small. And are they repositionable? Well, I don't know if they're repositionable, but they sure peel up nicely. So I'm sure there's more information on the 307 Design Studio Etsy shop. Like I said, I'm going to have it linked down below. Go get you these beautiful stickers. They are super, super cute and perfect for February. And I believe Marlene said that they'll be coming out with March stickers really soon. So that's it for the no spends. Pretty excited about 3 no spends in a week, which is awesome. Let's really quickly flip to our transaction log for our sinking funds and get those transactions written in, because I'm sure you guys are like, seriously, Jessie, this video is too long. All right, so what funds did we spend from? On the 4th, we spent from our fun fund. We went to a little pool hall as a family, and we played pool together. It was so much fun. We haven't done anything like that in so long, and the amount we spent was $970. $970, yeah. $9.70. If it was $970, we would not be going back to that place. And then I think that's it. Is that it? Feels like there was another transaction, but I don't have it written on my cheat sheet. So yeah, that was it. Super quick and easy. I'll go back through my transactions and make sure I didn't miss anything and fill it in off camera if I did, but I think that was it. So that was all of the spending from our transaction log, or from our sinking funds. You guys, I'm telling you, I am such a space cadet today. So yeah, that's it then for my expense tracking for the week. Lots and lots of transactions, but hopefully that means that the second week of the month will be calm and quiet. We shall see. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I post new budgeting and lifestyle content here on my channel every single week. I'd love to have you come back, and I will see you next time. Bye, friends.